In the last supplemental video in this little series on what defines winning and how to go about winning in a rivalrous culture, I mentioned the place of law in the sense of public policy, enacted statutes, and winning in the court. And what I said is that the law that we enact, it may stop evil for a time. Of course, it stirs up evil and sin in the hearts of those who don't know God. But the law, Galatians makes it quite clear, is not the agent of change and reformation and the restoration of all things. Because the Apostle Paul said if God had given a law that would produce life, which is to know God in the person of Christ, well, then the law would be fine. But he says that's not how it happens. Now, that's a bit of bad news for many Christians, and was for me for many years, because it would seem like that by enacting laws and winning in the Supreme Court, I can win more quickly. But as best I can tell, God has given us one way to accomplish his win, and he said, disciple the nations. Teach them all that I've said and all that I've commanded. Well, that's going to take a while for that to begin to have a transformative, regenerative effect in society and produce the laws that Christians would want to see happen. But since Adam and Eve, we've always wanted to find a way to shortcut things rather than by living by faith in the Word of God. So that doesn't mean we don't engage in law and politics, but it does change what we're trying to accomplish and how we would go about it. And if we have to concede things that are not true in order to conform to a United States Supreme Court, to get a win in court, then we should acknowledge the truth and trust God for the win in the long term, rather than thinking, well, we'll just keep losing and we've got to stop, we've got to win. So let's go join the horses and chariots of Assyria or Egypt, and let's see if we can't get a win. What about discipling those in the church pews and our neighbors and our legislators about the knowledge of God that we have in the light of Christ? Maybe that's a way forward to a win, to win in Christ. Philippians 3:18.